welcome to Worms and Warriors, and welcome to Grand Tactician, the Civil War. It's April the 13th, 1862. It's my birthday, actually, April 13th, but anyway. We are in episode 12 of this playthrough. We started as Confederate States of America back in 1861, the summer start. We've got some problems. Things are going okay, but we've also got some problems. The main problem being that in the last episode, we had, well, over the last couple of episodes, we fought a battle outside of Washington. It was a very bloody battle. We managed to win that battle. Washington is empty, but we failed to take Washington because I had to move some troops away from there. And we just couldn't take it because of low readiness in some of our armies. Anyway, so that's going to be the objective for today. We're going to try and take Washington. We've got a battle coming here for Jackson. Ewell is right next to him, but his readiness is shot. So Ewell's readiness is so low he won't take part in this battle. I believe when I saved this, we were actually at the battle in the last episode, but for some reason, when I've loaded it back up, we're just before the battle. Things are exactly the same as they were, other than that. So we've got 25,500 men. We're going to be facing about somewhere 40, 50,000 men coming at us. Chances are we won't be victorious in this battle, so it's basically a holding action. We're trying to cause as much damage as we can. We're going to give Longstreet's Corps some time to reorganize, to get their readiness up, and then push back on Washington or defend over here if we need to. I'm also moving up this force here. The Richmond defense is only like a couple of thousand of them, but there'll be 4,500. They're going to pull up here. We're going to see if we can take Washington with them. I doubt it. If they get engaged, we'll have to pull out because there's only a couple of thousand of them, but they're coming up to lend some support anyway, whatever that might be. I've had a request for a unit, a New Zealand unit actually, an artillery unit from New Zealand, so they can support their Australian brothers in the 1st Corps. And I'll be doing that, or is it the 3rd Corps? They're one of them anyway. I'll be doing that after. We'll resolve these battles first, hopefully. But before we get started here, I'm just going to quickly go through some things that I've done just before the start. It was pointed out to me that I hadn't upgraded our one and only iron mine. I've gone ahead and done that now, so that's been upgraded to the 2nd tier. So that might alleviate our iron shortage slightly. Well, we've got a ship here, right in the middle of Kentucky, apparently. The Sea Raider Squadron. Well, nice. They must be dragging those ships overland, but anyway, they're going out to sea, and we're going to see if we can actually cause some bother with these, because these have their Sea Raider perk. We'll see how that goes. We also fought a battle in Missouri. Again, it was a very bloody one. We did manage to take Springfield and the depot, and we've sent this army running. However, what the ultimate achievement of that will be is unclear. What I would like to see happen is these armies here at Benton push in and try and push us back out of Missouri. We're not planning to hold Missouri. We're just kind of, it's a probing action, basically. We've got incredibly limited recruits available. We've got nothing going for us at the moment, money-wise or men-wise. Let's just see. We'll just have a quick look what we've got here. We've got 11,613 volunteers available. We could draft troops, but drafting troops is not something I'm into. So I'm going to leave that for now if I can help it. It might be that we will have to draft somebody. I'm not sure, but if I can avoid it, I'll avoid it. We've got 11,600 volunteers, and if we have a look here, there's not enough to form an infantry brigade anywhere at all. Nowhere. So we could form some cavalry troops, but I mean, I'm not going to. Other than that, we are building up our fleet. The James River Fleet. We've now got an ironclad in here. Virginia is ready. As well as the ironclad, we've got a cotton-clad ram, we've got a frigate, we've got a sloop of war, and a second-rate steamer. So we're going to push out, and we're going to see if we can knock this Atlantic blockade out of this blockading area. And we'll see how that goes. I mean, it might be a total disaster, but at least we're trying to do something, right, with the Navy. We're quite well blockaded here. So what we got happening, we've got a couple of brigades in the fort just outside Richmond. This is our last line of defense, pretty much. What have we got in here? Troops from West Virginia, troops from Maryland, very low support. So, I mean, these guys are no good in a fight, if I'm honest. 48. I mean, you could probably just about scrape them into an actual fight. And some artillery from West Virginia. So this is outside Washington. We've stripped Washington bare of troops. We've sent north the Richmond defense, which, I mean, is tiny anyway. But it was the last line of defense. So, anyway, let's get started and see how this goes. Yeah, we're straight into this fight. 40,000 infantry, 821 cavalry. We've got 24,392 infantry and 750 cavalry. We do have 30 guns. They have 28. So this is going to be an interesting fight. It's going to be a difficult fight, I guess. If we are on the offensive, it's going to be nigh on impossible. The best we can hope for is pretty much just to slow him down and give us some time over here. But we'll see what we can do. If we're in a defensive battle, it's possible we could hold. We'll see what odds got for us. Not really an amazing commander or anything, but it doesn't really make that much difference in this game. Let's see where we go. If I'm thrown into an offensive scenario, then, you know, this is going to be very, very difficult. In fact, it's going to be difficult to the point where I'm unlikely to press home any attack fully. You can't attack 42,000 men with 25,000 unless there's some sort of favourable ground or he's split his forces. We'll see what presents itself. But these boys are basically, they're coming in here and they're trying to get to Washington because we've opened them up. We've won a massive battle outside Washington. Yeah, and we're on a defensive scenario here. That's something at least. Let's have a look. So odds on the field with 30,000 men and 16 guns. Obviously, they've got reinforcements arriving, and I doubt they'll be very long on the Winchester battlefield. Buffalo Lick we're defending. It's pretty open ground. The Union's coming in from where? Let's see. Near here. So if we deploy, I think maybe we'll deploy here. We'll use that natural wall, whatever that is there. Is it a wall? A fence. Maybe we'll use that as our right flank. An anchor on that. No. We're going to be better off defending here. So we're going to use this. And we're going to have our defense this way. We'll have the stream there. If they want to come at us, they can come at us. See how this goes. We've only got 14 engineering points, so, you know, that's something to bear in mind. But I think that might be the place to defend. So what I'm going to do, I'll do our deployment as always, and I'll cut back in when that's done. I'll see you then. All right then, so here I am done with the deployment. We've made some breastworks just here. Breastworks running down this stream, and that's all we could build. I've put Pender's brigade down here. We're going to construct some breastworks with them just in case the Union tries to swing down and around, which is obviously a possibility. We're using these fence lines. Obviously, we can redeploy if we need to. We'll see what happens. We'll see how this goes. It could be a complete disaster of a battle. We are substantially outnumbered, which is a problem here. We've got Stuart's cavalry in reserve. I mean, there's only one regiment with 326 and one with 422. Pretty minor units, to be honest, but we can use them to plug a gap if we need to. Let's get started. A lot of these troops are in here for their first battle, and that's not good. But let's just give out some long-range orders as well while we're at it. Go get them building. Gives them something to do. Works on their perks. And that's that. We've got Cummings Brigade in a bit of a reserve up here. I mean, they can plug this gap if they need to, or they can go wherever they need to go. Got some guns up on the line. We've got Deering with 7 12-pounders. We've got Pelham with some rifles, Parrott rifles, 9 of them, just behind the line. We've got Wilcox on the line here. I don't know what kind of fire they're going to be able to get. And we've got Buford on the line as well at the crossing point. We'll see how this goes. Like I say, Springfield muskets, mixed muskets, Springfield muskets, Mississippi rifles. This is Gordon's 1st Georgia Regulars. This is a unit who's seen some action at least. They've got Springfield rifle muskets. We've got Yuji with his Springfield rifle muskets as well. Loring with some Lawrence rifles, brand new. They just ordered them. And some Enfield rifle muskets for Mahoney's brigade. We'll see how this goes. I'm not too excited about it. It's going to be a hard fight. Our weapons are poor, but we have got weapons on order. We've got thousands arriving in the next month or so. Let's speed this up and let's see if the Union comes at us. Maybe I'll put one of the cavalry brigades down here just in case. Not here. There. Just to keep an eye on things and see what's going to happen. I say brigades, it's a regiment. Fitzhugh Lee, I mean, I could send him to do a bit of scouting, but I'm not sure how safe that's going to be for them. There's only 300 of them. I don't want them running away. I need them to plug a gap. We can't put scouts out, so it's one of them things. Let's get Stuart's boys. That's George Stuart. We'll get him down here to keep an eye on things. If nothing's going on, we'll pull him back towards the main line. But since the road's running down here, let's dismount Stuart's troops. And why not get them to make us a little breastwork? It'll keep them busy. I'll cut back in once we know what's going on. Right, so Sturgis and the Army of the Potomac has arrived. That's the Union reinforcement, so they're going to have all their force in the field. So I have opted to send Lee's cavalry forward a little bit, just to see if anything happens. And there we are, we've spotted them. Dan Sickles in the lead. Let's get Lee out of there. Coming down this way. I won't weaken this completely, but we will move Cummings, I think. Well, we'll see what Sickles does first. That's Lee pulling out of there. So 10:51, about 11 AM coming up, and we're going to see some action soon enough. Morris's brigade. But led by Sickles. Alright. Some of our guns open fire. It's these guys. Deering. Not sure who they're shooting at. Oh, MacArthur, so they're coming from here as well. Alright then. It's about to get very real. I've got Pender constructing some more breastworks here, but I mean, I doubt we're going to use them. Sort of just wanted to keep him busy and get his experience up a little. More brigades coming down the road. Schleich's brigade. They're going to try and march around our flank. So maybe we will need these defences, we'll see. In the meantime, we're going to send some skirmishers out to see if we can harass these boys. I think it's going to be a pretty intense fight. Here we go. They're pressing in. Pressing for this damn gap, of course. What are you doing? Oh, just get up there. Slow ass movement again. I don't know what Buccaneers guys were doing here. Okay, I'll just take a normal advance. You don't need to be in line formation, just normal would do. Okay, so it looks like the main forces are kind of massing up here. I'm going to move Pender up. I nearly pressed that there, but luckily I didn't. We have managed to recover from this. However, Wilcox has taken a real battering. But they held the line. I mean, they must have done a good job there. Jones turned with his 4th Brigade, and he's hit these guys in the flank. Our skirmishers are doing a nice job slowing down Morris's brigade. If we can continue fighting in this kind of piecemeal way, it might be fortuitous for us. See if we can hit these artillery units with the skirmishers. I doubt it. Okay, well, we've driven back these 2 brigades, and that's a good job. Let's leave coming skirmishers there. Wilcox and his battery is still okay. Cummings didn't engage. Gonna put him over here for a bit of a reserve. I mean, Hughes's detachment's going to run, but if we can cause some damage to these artillery units, that would be nice. I'm going to take a little chance here. I'm going to move Hawes Brigade into a reserve position. They're on the very far right of our line where, I mean, nothing much is going on. I'm going to leave Stuart's Cav here just to help out. We've driven this brigade back with some close range fire from the artillery. (33rd VA Infantry, another viewer unit there under Loring. So here, I think this is the main attack coming. I think that this is their kind of main focus. Let's see if Cummings can get involved up here. This sort of piecemeal attack suits us just fine. Yes, Hughes's boy's broken, but I mean, you know, they were miles out the front. It's fine. He's coming for another attack here. See if Wilcox can hold out and see if he can blast into them. Put Cummings in here as a second line of defence. Georgia just fine. Florida Brigade under Perry, fine. Hawes skirmishers, doing alright. Buckner, let's see how he does with this attack coming from Slikes Brigade. Taking some artillery fire here, but we're okay. Heavy fighting from Mahoney Brigade and Loring. We do have reinforcements coming up in the form of Pender. Mahoney's Brigade is tiny, below 1,000 men in there. Pender's moving up, it's his first combat. Mahoney's got to pull back, I don't want to lose that unit. And they're broken. Come on, Cummies, get up there. Get into there. Get into this fight. There are just too many Union troops up there. It's causing us some real issues. We're actually going to pull out here and we're going to engage these brigades coming across. It's a bit of a risk because there's artillery there, but we're going to have to do something to alleviate this pressure. Gordon and Hughes are engaged here. Hall's brigade is coming up. Focus and hold and find down the bottom here. Yeah, broken another brigade. Nice. Tough fighting for Penda. It's their first combat, remember? I noticed some movement coming up towards our flank, so I'm moving Hawes up that way. Oh, Penda is flashing. Hold firm. It'd be nice if Cummings would move forward into cover, but he's just not doing it. Yuji's going to try and swing in here and hit them in the flank. See how that goes. Cavalry on up. Not entirely sure what it is Cummings is doing. Should get in here. Gordon skirmishers are going to come out. I want them going after the batteries. Right, boys, let's keep up this pressure. And send horse forward. See if we can't finish these boys off. Don't really understand what the malfunction is for Perry's brigade. Why they're not opening fire. Okay, so Hawes with his fresh boys is going forward. Loring is holding nicely. We're flashing with Cummings and Pender, but they've lost quite a lot of men, especially bearing in mind it's their first combat. Oh, nice, Gordon's driven off those guns. Gordon's skirmishers are engaged up here in this western section of the battlefield. Still stubbornly hanging on, these Yankees. Got more troops arriving here. I think this might be the second force. Can't see them when we zoom in, so let's just wait and see what happens there. We have somewhat weakened our right flank, but it had to be done. Not really sure what's going on with the Florida Brigade here. They can't seem to have any range, even though they've got Mississippi rifles, which have got good range. Granger done an excellent job again. Got the first cavalry moving in here, 500 men. Yes, this is the second force. This is the reinforcements that arrived. Army of the Potomac, yep. Where are they going to hit us? Probably down here where we've stripped men away. Skirmishers. I'm just going to move them down here. no, no, no. What are you doing? Disappointing from Perry's brigade. I don't really know what it is they're playing at, to be honest. They don't seem to be willing or able to get into combat, one or the other. We've got the secondary attack coming in here, about 9,000 men from the Army of the Potomac. That's the skirmishers from Gordon's unit running. And we are actually firing now. Nice. And Gordon's boys are firing as well on the 3rd Brigade. Let's get Stuart's cavalry down here for a bit of support. Here comes another Union attack. Let's see what happens here. I think we're going to be quite proud of our boys. They've all done a good job, especially since they've got some rather poor weapons. What have we got? We've got detachments coming forward here. All right. No, no, no. What the hell is Wilcox doing? Okay, so we've got Fitzhugh Lee arriving on the flank of the 3rd Brigade. Have some fire into them. Hughie's on the move. Bit of a counter-attack going on, but we don't want too much of a counter-attack, if I'm honest, because I don't want to suffer any more casualties than we need to. Why are they out in the open? Shit like this, I just don't understand. What the hell is Wilcox doing? Get the hell away from there. Why is he not moving back? Or firing or doing something, you know? Okay, we've got a little problem here. And that 2nd Brigade's going to hit usually in the flank. We're going to pull forward here. Let's do this thing. Come on, boys. Some 24-pound howitzers. Hopefully they'll get some firing going. However, it doesn't look like they will. Okay. Wilcox is taking the piss. There's a lot going on. 3rd Georgia, giving a battering out of these guys, and but there's another brigade coming right after them, the Union 3rd Brigade, another 3rd Brigade. Buckner's boys are doing alright as well here. Wilcox somehow managed to pull back, but he's almost ready to break. Let's see if we can hold. Maybe we can. Stuart's cavalry broke, but, you know, never mind. The enemy's retreating. Got to be fairly happy with this. It's a nice fight. Good performance from pretty much everyone. Sure why they're saying in melee, but he's not willing to do anything. He's not firing or nothing like that. I mean, I wouldn't mind if he was actually in melee. Let's go. Let's get this done. So a lot of Union casualties here. I mean, look at this field of death in front of this fence. It was a pretty good stand-up fight. Actually, I actually really enjoyed this one. Here comes Hughie. Don't flee now. Yeah, nice. Hopefully we'd manage to take a bunch of prisoners. Gordon is chasing down this artillery battery. Let's just see if we can cause some more casualties, and that's obviously what we want. Still only a minor victory. It felt like a pretty good one, this, especially since we were outnumbered and held the line. Having to mess around with, you know, changing dispositions and things like that. It went alright, I think. Let me know what you think in the comments. Mahoney withdrawn. I mean, he shouldn't be defamed or anything like that. They only had less than 1,000 men. They held that line quite well. Let's see if we can capitalise on this and push on Washington. That would be nice. Right, minor victory. 7,000 casualties for them out of 40,000. We lost 2,500, which, you know, is a blow. We also lost 3 guns. Hopefully we've captured some guns and some rifles. That would be nice. Another fair-sized battle for this stage of the war. Nice to see. I think this was a fairly solid victory. But if you disagree, then pop in the comments. Let me know why you think it wasn't. But that was pretty good. I'm happy with that. 7,000 losses for them. 2,500 us. And Mahoney is disgraced. I mean, that seems harsh to me. 1,000 men suffered 300-400 casualties. You know, what do you want? Anyway, we'll probably replace him and then bring him back in once his defame has gone away. Once he's been rehabilitated. We captured 4,600 rifles and 6 guns. So, I mean, at least we doubled what we lost. Hopefully they aren't just 4-pounders, 6-pounders, so that would be nice. We captured 1,400 enemy, killed 1,119. So that's some pretty good going, if I'm honest. What did we lose? 304 killed, almost 400 missing, the rest wounded. So it could have been worse. It could have been worse. Like, for me, that was a nice win for the 2nd Corps. I enjoyed that one, and I think they did a good job. Let's move time on a little. Maybe have a look. Let's have a look, see what we captured. Because some of these guys could definitely do with some better weapons. And it was pointed out to me that, you know, why don't you send your troops back to recuperate? Well, if I send them back to recuperate, they won't be in the army, and we haven't got any recruits to replace them with. Never mind bringing veterans in to do any replacement. These guys are the veterans, and they haven't got time to recuperate, basically. They've recuperated over the winter, and they're at the stage where they're going to be at. Hawes, they did a good job there, I thought. Buckner as well, they did nice. Let's have a look. Inflicted 458 casualties, lost 124. Let's have a look at Mahoney, actually. So they lost 429 men, and I mean, that's crazy. There's only 700 of them left standing. That's some high casualties, and it seems harsh that he was defamed for that. In fact, I'm going to leave him in place. I think that's not fair, that he was defamed. I mean, I know life's not fair, but you know. Anyway, the artillery, I think, all did all right as well. 53 casualties for the Parrott rifles. Wilcox inflicted 276. Nice, some close range canister fire going on there. Deering as well, 247 casualties inflicted. They were on our left flank, did a good job. Let's have a look. Gordon, 98 suffered and 585 inflicted. That's another good performance from them. I'm surprised they haven't got their first perk yet. But it must be coming anytime soon, I'm sure. They're nearly there. Jones of the 4th Brigade, I think they did a nice job as well. 78 suffered and 397 inflicted. What about Perry? They took ages to engage, didn't really lose anybody, but inflicted 166 casualties. Nice. Cummings, they had some hard fighting. 400 men almost lost. 527 inflicted. What about Pender? Ooh, suffered 444, inflicted 387, but they did play a crucial role. Whoa, Yuji, 1,352 casualties inflicted. Look how he's looking pretty damn good, actually. No fame. Sure, why not? He's done an alright job. Being involved in 3 or 4 battles, you know, how's he got no fame? Loring's boys, that's the, what were they again? 33rd VA Infantry Viewer Unit again. 1,477 casualties inflicted, 389 suffered. So another good unit that's done really well there. Quite happy with that. Let's have a look. So we're missing some decent weapons. Springfield muskets. Buckner. They did a nice job. Let's see what we've got. Oh, sadly, we didn't capture any Springfield rifle musket. That sucks. Just normal Springfield muskets, it looks like. That's not good. That is disappointing news. I was kind of hoping we would at least capture a couple of thousand of rifles. But, you know, at least we can give out Springfield muskets to them. 1 brigade. Finances, we're on BBB+. It's not good. Time's ticking on. These guys are pulling back towards Cumberland, Maryland, I would think. Hopefully we're going to get Ewell's boys recovered as well. And then we'll have these two forces ready in Shenandoah. Polk at destination. Let's just stop this for a moment. Polk has arrived at Evansville. Is this going to cause a reaction? Now, Polk is in charge of the Army of Kentucky. It's 3,000 men. 2 infantry brigades. And a cavalry, artillery battery. 6 guns. So really, I'm trying to see if we can provoke a response. Okay, and Buchanan, let's see. Can we replace him with somebody better, actually? Oh, he's alright. Let's see who else we've got available. Well, nobody really amazing. We'll leave it with Buchanan. Ships are coming out. Come on, let's see if we can bust this blockade open. They are engaged. A lot of steamers, but they also have a couple of frigates. Let's see what happens here. Virginia. Germantown, that's a sloop of war. Freedom, a frigate. Pamlico, that's our ram. And then the Jamestown, which is a second-class steamer. Managed to sink one, disabled one. Let's keep it going. Virginia's at 97%. Jamestown at 69%, but it's looking okay. Taking a while. I hope nothing else is happening in the meantime. Oh, damn it. Germantown disabled. Glorious victory at Hampton Roads. Atlantic blockade and squadron routine. 3 enemy ships sunk. Nice, and we captured 5. That's awesome. Let's just slow this right now. Actually, let's pause it. Let's just come off here. Okay. That's excellent. That's some excellent work. And we are in the process of taking Washington here. I don't know if we will be able to. Longstreet's in the yellow, but just... I'm going to move him towards Alexandria. The Atlantic Blockade Squadron has disintegrated. That's some excellent news. Let's have a look. What did we capture? Oh my gosh, we captured actually a frigate. Nice. And a sloop of war. Let's put these in here for repair. A couple of steamers as well. Excellent. That's some excellent jobs. So let's get back into harbour. We'll fix these up, and we'll see if we can take out the next one. That should alleviate the blockade somewhat, but I mean, obviously there's still other flotillas around. But we've now got an ironclad in our navy, and we're going to have an extra frigate as well, which we just captured. A couple of steamers are going to be ready soon, a couple of double-enders, a couple of brigs. We're going to be causing some navy bother here, and actually the sloop of war is also ready. However, where is that raiding squadron? Let's have a look. The Sea Raider Squadron, okay. They mustn't be out at sea yet, because we can't transfer any of the bigger ships into it. Okay, so I have to move from here. They're sitting on 64 national morale. We've got 160,000 feeler. We've now got 130,000. We are 8 days away from Militia Act 3, which will get us some much-needed reinforcements. And following on from that, we're going to have to work on some of this stuff, some financial things. We need some more money, maybe impressment. I don't really want to hit our things too much, our morale too much. But, you know, what can I do? I'm going to leave Price here for now with the Springfield depot, keeping him supplied. We'll see how that goes. We'll possibly pull him back out of there. But yeah, so far so good, I would say, in this episode. Where's the Sea Raider Squadron? What are you doing here? What is going on? Okay, so this is... so he's going by train now. What the hell, man? I'll let him do his thing, and hopefully once he gets out to sea, it'll be sorted out. I mean, this shouldn't be happening in a game at this stage. Come on. What we need is another couple of ironclads, so we can bust open this blockade everywhere. Nice to have some success on the sea, though. Alright, well, I'm not convinced that we can take Washington with these 2,500 men. I don't see how this was happen, but I mean, you know, stranger things have happened in this game. Oh, we've printed bonds, issued bonds again. Polk is low on supply, yeah. Constructed a few ships, excellent. Let's just pause it a moment. I want to take a quick look at Longstreet. He's got some nice stars. Jackson as well. Let's have a look at him first. Excellent. Looking great, actually. Walker looking good. Hill also very good. Frost getting a little better. Stewart looking fine. Let's give him his promotion to Brigadier General. Took a little bit off his administration. That's all right. Oops, I don't want to do that. And John B. Gordon, in charge of the 1st Georgia Regulars, I think he's earned himself a promotion to Brigadier General. It's going to hit his stats a little bit, but I think that's worth it. There we are. Get them stats back up soon enough. Longstreet look really solid. I'm going to promote him. He's Lieutenant General now. Jackson's going to stay a Major General for the moment. Anyway, I'm going to leave the episode right here. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, do please leave a like, leave a comment, let me know what you thought of it. And hopefully I'll see you in the next one. But just before I go, just a quick note that I've actually started a little shorts series here on YouTube, looking at some of the famous generals throughout history. It's not just going to be Civil War generals, but at the moment I've done like 3 or 4 Civil War generals, as well as the Duke of Wellington. And it's just like a 1-minute profile of the commander. So it's like 1 minute, trying to encompass as much as I can. It's pretty hard to do, but it's been quite a lot of fun, and I hope you guys are going to check those out. I'll link that right here at the end of the episode. So if you do like that, please check it out and let me know what you think of it. I'll catch you in the next episode. I hope you're having a great day, whatever you're doing. Ta-ra for now.